Okay, so I have a Maytag Bravos X dryer, model number MGD X500XW2. It's a front load gas dryer, and it doesn't dry. The problem is it spins, it lights up, everything works, it's just not drying, it doesn't heat up. So the blower was working, the agitator was spinning, no warm air. I finally got it apart. On most YouTube videos, you would have to take apart everything in the back. But as you can see here, not a very good view, but there are a bunch of screws up top. You can see how this plate here kind of comes up and goes underneath the top part. And then down here, where the gas comes in, there's just all kinds of stuff inhibiting the back panel from coming off. So I got to work taking off the front plate, this bottom part here, and as you can see, it goes on like this. It's got these funny clips on the top, like this here. You have to stick a screwdriver or a putty knife right in between the two. That's the hole right here and right here that these two clips go into. Let me show you the side view. That's the side view of it. So those clips have to be depressed down. This is what it looks like when you do so. Like that. Releasing this little piece here to come off. And then, well, first what I did was, there's these little black hangers on the bottom, side view, right here. You have to pull these down in order to get these top pieces off, or at least enough to, or give them enough space to pull out. After that, and it takes some finagling. You almost, at least for me, it felt like I was going to break the damn thing before I got it off. But when I pulled it off, of course, there was a lot of lint on the bottom section here of the dryer. I vacuumed it out. Like I said, it wasn't igniting. So, of course, I first thought it was the igniter. This piece. Put it against the white. So this goes, if you look inside, this is the regulator for the gas. Comes down this tube here. The igniter hooks onto this, I know it's blurring, but it hooks onto this flat piece right here. Sticks in front of the gas, and that's what gets the gas to ignite in order to blow and dry the clothes. So, of course I thought that was what it was, because everybody on YouTube is saying, well, that's usually what it is. So I went to the store, and I got two pieces. I got the new igniter, which is 40 bucks. And I got what it actually ended up being, and I'm actually not positive if that was it or not, but it's the thermal fuse. The thermal fuse is located right here. Just step back. It's not this one that's still hooked up. It's this one that's not hooked up. The way I was able to deduce that it was, well, it could be both, but I know at least that it's the one, is by, and this is the old fuse. What you're looking at is it like this. It hooks in. You'll see that little piece right there. It hooks in and then sits flat, and then there's a screw right there. And then the terminals get plugged in. So this is the old one. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. We'll test it by putting our ohm meter tester to 200 or 20,000. Yeah, 20,000 I got it on. Making sure that I got a decent connection here. Oh shoot, this is gonna be hard. So what it should say when you touch the terminals together, it should, okay. Okay, we're gonna work here. Let's try this. When you complete the circuit, think I ran this thing out of batteries. It's not working. Technical difficulties. What the deuce? Oh, look at that. I just broke it. Awesome. Oh, it was hanging on by a thread too. Okay, but anyway, when you complete the circuit on this, it goes 0, 0, 0, meaning that there's a constant flow of electricity from terminal to terminal. If you touch something that isn't completing the circuit and it shows this, then that means that it's not completing the circuit. Or if it shows you numbers after, that means that there's resistance and it's not completing the circuit. So when I touch the old one, oh man, that sucks that it's broken. Anyway, Harbor Freight, I've had it for like 5 years. So when I touched the two terminals together, it wasn't reading 0. There was what was reading 0. So it's that fuse. So I took the old fuse out, wiped it down, the surface and everything, so that there wasn't any lint trapped in there. I mean, you're in here, you may as well clean a damn thing, okay? So I popped it in there. I'm gonna put the terminals back on. I wish I had an extra hand. It does a little pop once you get it in, and I separated these. Don't get them mixed up. They look, you can see, they look exactly alike. Okay. You hear that little pop? Okay. Don't get them switched. One to the left, one to the right, okay? And then I'm going to re-hook in the thermal, or the igniter, the old one. I did get a new one, but since the old one's good, I mean, what the heck? And one of the ways you could tell if this thing's bad is also by having it tested, or a tester. But if you don't have a tester, and that's no big deal. But if you got one of these, and you see that this section is broken in any way, or split or cracked, it's probably this, because it's not completing the circuit, because there's a little wire that runs all the way through here. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to test it out. I'm pretty positive that's the problem, but I didn't see anywhere on YouTube where this particular machine was torn down and kind of showed me what to look for. But while I got it undone, I just give you guys a last look inside of here, so that you know what you're getting yourselves into. And as you can see, I don't have my flashlight, but there's nothing really in the back except for the rollers. And if you were going to take the belt off, you'd be reaching in on this side, where the blower motor is. And it's just not zooming in. Oh, there it is. So that's the exhaust. Let me see if I can just get this thing in here. I don't know if you could see, if there's a view in there, I don't know. But yeah, that's what's in the back here. And if I am, in fact, the only person who has this particular Maytag Bravos X model, well, I just wasted my time. But if not, I hope this helps.